Hey guys, and welcome to WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week, for the BFA side, there is a lot of news. For starters, first we'll go over, goals, which I didn't have. But yeah, I didn't make goals for last week. So we had nothing to really complete, but it always seems to happen that when I don't make a goal, I do something like worth mentioning. And the thing that I feel is worth mentioning is that my mythic that I quickly snuck in because I almost forgot to do it for last week because I was in Classic. But I got a 440 trinket out of it, so that was very nice. It's been quite a few weeks now where I get shit from that weekly cash, so it was nice to finally be rewarded. So, got my 440 trinket. My item level is now 430. So, doing pretty good. Doing good. As you can tell, it was after this video because, you can see my item level at the top. This video was actually recorded a couple of weeks ago. I haven't really done any recordings in BFA for a couple of weeks. So, for stuff coming up this week will be time walking, and it is the time walking that I've been waiting for. So we are going to get a mount this week. So I'm pretty excited for that. The time walking will be the WOD one. The last time it came around, I was just a tad short on getting the mount. So this time we for sure will get it. I have over what you need for it. So yeah, and then I'll start working on the next mount, which is also from WOD because there's 2 mounts there that you can get. So yeah, that is something to look forward to. And then there is the new patch. So there will be some other cool things to do this week. The B mount will be in effect. So if you've done everything you need for the Bumbles pet, you can start working towards the B mount. If you haven't, check the description of the video. I will link the Bumbles video, which is how you start all this, and you'll want to start it as soon as possible because it takes a week to actually complete that part. So if you have it done, when Tuesday hits, you can just hop in and start rep grinding. Basically, it's just rep after that. So yeah, so there's the B mount. There's also going to be a murder mystery game going on. And there's new Worgen looks, which I'm not really interested in, but, if you guys are, there's new Worgen looks and Goblin looks. That's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff that's in that patch, well, I guess there's new campaign story, but all the rest of it is stuff that is interesting, but we won't see for a bit. Like there's the anniversary. We won't see that till like November. I'll be back from BlizzCon by the time we see that, because it'll be near the end of November. And then there is the Recruit a Friend, which probably won't even see that till January would be my guess. So yeah. I also made a video going over every bit of the patch. So if you are interested in more of the patch stuff, I will also link that video in the description in this video. So definitely check the description if you're interested in that. And we are going to make goals for BFA for this week, just because I know there's some stuff I want to do. So our goal is to get time walking done. and then I also want to get started on the B rep. So yeah, that's gonna be our goal. I think I'm gonna leave a mythic goal out of it because that's a lot right there. That's 2 goals right there, time walking and yeah. So we'll sneak a mythic goal in maybe next week. I don't want to put too much into 1 week when I'm still playing classic, right? So that'll be the only goals for this week for BFA. And I think that concludes the BFA section. So let's, actually, we have some news. Okay, so not much for news on BFA side, but there's a couple of things. And actually, the only news I have at all this week is for BFA side. Nothing's going on in Classic right now. But anyway. First piece of news is the Snapback Scuttle mount. May sound familiar because it is the mount you get from the Najtar achievements. It's the reason you're doing that puzzle achievement and all that Najtar stuff. Well, the achievement itself, if you do it all the time and you're consistent with it, it's a 13-week achievement. And this is the 13th week. Well, technically last week was, but yeah, this past week was the 13th week. So that means that people are starting to collect that. So anyone that was consistent with the achievements, you may see them running around on their new crab mount. Okay, so here is it right here. I wasn't going to add the video in, but I really like this mount's special, so that's why I added it in. But the special move that it does is when you see it bury itself into the ground, and then it like hops out, and then you see it like, you know, moving its claws to like different corners. Yeah, I think that's really cute. Yeah, and I really like that you can walk sideways with it. So yeah, I think it's a very, I think they're very unique with this one. Yeah, at first, when I first heard about the mount, I was like, ugh, whatever. But now that I've seen it in motion, yeah, this is really why, you know, videos are a great thing, right? Because, you know, sometimes just hearing about something or just reading something isn't enough. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna have to speed up this last fight over here because I am out of content. Well, out of stuff to talk about anyway for BFA. So we're just gonna speed up this fight and we will move on to the classic section. And yeah, so I hope you guys have fun in BFA this week. Let me know if you plan on going back over to the BFF or the BFA side. And you know, are you hopping over there for time walking? You interested in the patch? Let me know. Let me know, guys, and let's head over to the classic section for news. Okay, so it's actually funny that I say let's head over to the classic section for news because we actually have no news. I have absolutely nothing to talk about for classic. So we're gonna make up some shit. For starters, how have I been doing for classic? I've been doing pretty good, thanks for asking. I am level 31 on my druid. As many of you guys probably know or can at least tell from how I usually play the game, I have been going casual. Usually I'm a lot more hardcore, I guess, when it comes to this type of stuff. But with Classic, I have hype and then I don't. And then I have hype and then I don't. And it's so back and forth. Like, I'll be hyped to play it. And then 2 days later, I'm like, what is this fucking garbage? And then like 2 days later, I'm back in. And then I'm like, fuck this game. So it's just like, there's hype, but there's no hype, There will never be hype, I guess, because I love WoW. And I have loved WoW for 15 years. So, nothing ever keeps me out, but I do think a big part of it as well is that I still play BFA. Well, I don't know if you really call it BFA. I still mount farm and stuff. So I do stuff that's not in BFA, but I still play retail, I guess is the better way to say it. I still play retail. BFA wise, I do still play it. I do my mythic once a week, but other than that, like I should be doing more than one, but yeah. So doing pretty good, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna try to level a little more this week, but I just don't know how well that's gonna go because I have a lot of hype for some of the patch stuff, right? And the weekly stuff, because I want to get my mount from time walking, which really wouldn't take much. All I need is the event to be active. I already have the currency. But I do want to start building towards the next one, so that'll be probably one full night of gameplay to do time walking. And then I'll have to do another night for my mythics. And it's been a while since I've done some islands, so I was thinking of sneaking a day of islands in there. And then maybe after that we can get some classic in. So actually maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Sounds like I could probably do half. But yeah. So that is all I've really got going on for that. I'm not going to make any goals for Classic this week. And the reason for that is because I just don't know what kind of time I'm going to have this week for the game. And I already know that guaranteed 3 days minimum I'll be over in retail. So yeah. And I don't know what kind of time frame is involved with the honeybee rep. So yeah. So we'll see, but we do have the BFA goals. As for news, like I said, there is no news. But there is something I could have mentioned over in the BFA section of the news. I chose to leave it for the Classic section because Classic had no news, so it gives Classic that one kind of news. It's more personal news than anything. And it is that as some of you may remember, the ones that, normally watch my videos, and if you're new, then this will be new info. But I have a BlizzCon ticket for this year, and really the hype wasn't quite there for it yet because of me needing a passport, right? So while I was excited to be able to go to BlizzCon, I think like, I don't know, you ever have that one thing where you're thinking you might be able to not attend, and you just lessen the excitement, I guess. And that's kind of how I was. It was like I was excited, but I was also worried that I wouldn't be able to attend. And yeah, I finally got the passport done, and we're attending. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've, got everything set in motion now, and yeah. I'm going with a couple of people from stream. We got the hotel booked already, and I'll probably get my tickets for flight next week. And And yeah. And on the topic of BlizzCon, if you're a part of the community, let me know if you are attending. We can for sure meet up. Drofaz and Arsenal are the two people that I'm going to BlizzCon with. So, if you are a part of the community, I'm sure you recognize who they are. And you could meet them as well. Okay, so that is all I have. I apologize for the very, very short classic WoW section here, but when there's no news, there's no news, and there's just no news. So anyway, let's recap on our goals before we end. So goals for this week are non-classic WoW related. They're gonna be all BFA related, and it is time walking and to start up the honeybee rep. There's no specific goal on the honeybee rep. Maybe the following week there will be. I just don't know how fast the rep is. I don't know if it's super grindy or if it's gonna be done in a flash. So I'd like to kind of see what the progression on that rep is before I make a goal. And yeah, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed. Definitely one of our shorter WoW Weekly, and that's with babble in there. So yeah, it's a nice little break for you guys compared to the normal 30-minute ones. Sometimes if there's a lot of stuff to talk about, it's 40 minutes. But anyway, have a good one. Hope you have fun in whatever game you choose, whether it is retail or classic WoW. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.